Greetings and welcome to another Alpha Magnus review. We're completing the Turtles of Grayskull line. I was lucky enough to swindle someone into going in the back room and getting them for me, so they had no street date, because toys don't have street dates. Unless it's like Marvel, then it's the movie street date, of course, that, like, you don't want to spoil the movie or nothing, right? So next up, we're going to go with, we got two. We got Donatello and we got Leonardo. Do I save the best for last? Is there a best for last even here? Guess what? It's Michelangelo, so I don't care. We're just going to do probably Leo first then. So, all joking aside, growing up, I always felt like Michelangelo was my favorite. He still kind of is my favorite. He's a party dude, you know, like real cool dude. But whenever I take those Facebook quizzes, I always get, you are Raphael. So then I told someone that, and they immediately were like, You're Raphael. You're a hothead. I'm like, but I don't like sports or anything. And I guess really that wasn't in the original. That was only in the movie. So I don't know. Michelangelo was my favorite. My actual favorite is Slash. So I've grown up and I like the bad guys, and Slash is the coolest. Not cartoon Slash, specifically like Turtles in Time toy Slash. Which we are getting one in this line. Speaking of this line, let's talk about that. There's He-Man and that, which we don't have a He-Man in this yet. In this design, he is just the mutated He-Man thus far. There's Shredder and Leo going at it again over here. And then there is all the other guys. There's your barcode if you want to go harass some people to get it. Let's pull this guy out of his box. Really had to fret, because since I got these unpunched, I really was thinking, man, I should just keep these in there. But I can't be that guy. I can't start being that guy again. Taking him out, I already popped Leo off of his thing. Obviously, you can do that with him. He does come with... weird that they're not like putting all the armor on. This kind of scares me. They've got the swords locked up there. So make sure to cut this piece before you try taking these swords out. You don't want to break them, because they are thin. Thin. So, Leonardo, and this is one of the things that kind of made me question whether I was even going to get this whole line, was the fact that Leonardo here is kind of just Leonardo with a little bit of flair. And you know what? I think that might have been the right path that they could take, because in all honesty, doing a full-on mashup where each character is each guy may not have worked too well. And I think it actually might have turned me off to the line, where if it was like, oh, this is Humanitello, like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, dude. That's right, dude. So I'm going to do some customs with these. So keep an earball out. I do have to figure out a way to get some more of certain parts, and maybe I'll have to put my 3D printer. I got a resin 3D printer, but it like literally made me sick, and like I was wearing stuff, so I don't know what's going on with that. I do not recommend resin 3D printing unless you have the like a well ventilated area. All right, here's the swords. They do the old snap together thing. A lot of people were complaining about these because it does make this look ugly, but I feel like within like 2 weeks we're gonna have somebody offering a better version of these two. This is meant to be toyetic, and it's meant to harken back to the original design. And in all honesty, I probably will just have him with a single sword so that it fits in his hand most of the time. So, because that fits perfect, and it like flops around if you don't have it on there. This is the weird thing. I was real excited to see stuff like mutated He-Man, but these are beautiful. This is a work of, you know, that meme. Looks like you can put the S word back here. It is kind of tight. So do that at your own discretion. And then, of course, so you can pop this off and then make this is shield, like so. And that's really why I said, you know, it doesn't really matter if you have two swords or not, because, I mean, he's supposed to be like He-Man in it here. he can fight with one sword. Very, very cool. So let's take a look at some swapping here we can do. So if we pop all this off, this, yeah, I'm gonna probably have to, maybe not. Yeah, I'm gonna take it off just to be safe. Don't want to rip nothing. Not really excited about all this armor. This armor is okay. I am going to be purchasing a bunch of these for customs purposes because they are perfect for what I'm going for in a specific custom line. So let's take off all of this stuff. It is nice that we do have the turtle feet here because you don't usually have those. But let's take a look at what this figure looks like all naked. So there he is. Without this piece, and this piece is glued in here, I believe. Yeah. So this piece right here is also on Man-at-Arms. It looks to be the same exact piece. It is just like a furry back unit. The Leonardo here. This is like a tampograph or something. It's almost like a water slide decal actually. And this is where the shell hits. So you can't put his shell on the back, which is kind of a bummer. You can't just do that. But they do have a shell built in right here, so you can just have the regular shell as is. I do like the chest, but it is not very Ninja Turtle shaped. I did bring this guy out for this purpose, because they already have a shape like this that is more turtle shaped, but it is very weird looking on that for Leech here. So they did have a fatter body that is available. What are you going to do? You win some, you lose some. I'm going to assume that we're going to get Bebop and Rocksteady at some point, but this is what we get for the basic turtle. It is also a little annoying that you only have the one version of this. They didn't have it where you could swap it out, but you can spin it, so that is at least something. Whoa! Let's get He-Man. He-Man right here. So let's pop off his head. This armor off. And the first thing I want to do see if we can slide this on here. I might have to take that off. No, this feels like it's going to go. This give him just a standard He-Man. What happened there? But it does not fit. So this chest is bigger than normal. I could probably heat it up and get it on there. Not a worry. But what that means is that this stuff should all fit fine on this He-Man, because this is pretty much the same bottom half. Right there. And luckily, I got like 50 He-Man guys, so I won't have to do anything crazy here. I got so many He-Mans extra that I can make whatever I really want here. Now, it'll be interested to see how far we get into this line. I don't think that it's one that's easily dropped down to, we've got them all. But I think they're gonna have to do a lot more unique sculpts which is fun because that means that then they're in that mix, and hopefully they're allowed to use them on other stuff, unlike Star Wars Black Series, where if they make a part, it's only good for Lucasfilm properties, which I think is dumb. I can store this up here because I don't have a second sword hand right available at the moment. Ah, come to hell with you. There it is. So there we've got a pretty darn cool unit there. I actually need one of these extra swords anyway, so I'm just going to go for it. And what I might do when I purchase the second one is just give both to him, and then he has 2 full swords. Or I might just cast this and then make like a full sword available. I don't know. We'll figure it out. There's plenty of exciting things. So there's He-Man in Leonardo's armor, and there's Leonardo as He-Man, kind of a basic flip there. Real excited to get these. This is probably the #1 toy line of the year for me. And it's the first toy line I get. I didn't get these last year because I know some people did get them. They ordered them from other outlets. But to peel the onion, I am not spending over MSRP on anything this year. That is my new thing. So if a company says these are supposed to be $20 and let's say some online source has them for $1 more, that's a little okay. But $3 more just to hose us, it's not acceptable. And then to take away the discount codes so that you can't even get them back down to normal prices. No. Marking stuff up to then give us a discount is not cool. That initial discount is fine. So that's why I purchased all these at Target and got an additional 5% off, which pretty much cut off the taxes and gave me the ability to purchase them without having to eat ramen noodles for a week. If you're in that same boat as I am, it is not fun. So I've already cut back quite a bit on my toy spending from the end of last year to now, and it is only going to get I'm only going to get cheaper. So everybody, sorry if you have a toy company that, or a business that uses that and marks things up. There's a little bit of a leeway for markup because, you know, there are places like California that sell it for more and stuff. But, like, we're not getting back to Toys R Us is what I'm getting at. Toys R Us drove me crazy. Every time I go in the Toys R Us, it'd be like a $10 item for $17.99. Like, what? Why? So, and people love Toys R Us, and there's this rose-tinted glasses on there, but you weren't buying most of those figures. I grew up a very poor kid, and when I went to Toys R Us, I just looked and I'm like, I can get double this at another store. So that's what we did. I still remember going to like Hills or Big Lots and being like, oh, hey, look, that same action figure is here for less than MSRP. So why wouldn't we buy 2 of them here instead of 1 elsewhere? That didn't always work out because parents like to be even cheaper and say, all right, well, cool, thanks for saving me $7, but now you're just getting the 1. So learned that very early on, but unfortunately it seemed to only affect my toy purchasing habits. So, ta-da! Here he is again in all of his beauty and so forth. Very excited to get this next figure in the line, and hopefully this line is very fruitful for them, and it sells well, because I am going to be purchasing pretty much double every guy, because I have a problem. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please like, subscribe, comment if you did. And if you don't, leave a snarky comment. I don't know what I'm... And I will, I'll get pissed off about it. Oh, hey, look, I forgot the... See, speaking of which, speaking of not knowing what I'm doing, I'm interrupting my closing speech because I completely forgot to show you this piece of paper that no one cares about. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, please like, subscribe, comment. Till next time, I'm Alpha Magnus. These are toys.